Shalom Aleichem, everybody. It is Erev Simchat Torah, and we have another 3-day Yom Tov in front of us. Just a word about Simchat Torah. We, again, striking, Simchat Torah is very, very unique, but it's really a metaphor, I think, for all of Yahadus, is that the concept of Simchat Torah is very much a full circle, and the theme of circles, we just had Hoshana Rabbah. We go ahead and we're makif the Bima 7 times, Simchat Torah. We're going around the Bima, dancing with the Sefer Torah, celebrating the Sima Torah, and as it is, there's a certain cycle that we have in Jewish life, and every time we go ahead and we finish the Chumash, we go ahead and we make sure we finish, we make a siyum, we celebrate the siyuma shel Torah, v'zos habracha, and then right away, back again. We start with Bereshis Bar Elokim. And same thing when we do when it comes to Torah Sheba'al Peh, same exact thing, we make a siyum, we finish, we celebrate the completion of Masechet, Hadron Alach, we go ahead and we wish ourselves the bracha that we all go ahead and we come back to that Masechet, and again, right away, especially the Daf Yomi, right away we start the next Masechet. So there's a certain cyclical nature, and on the one hand, the person's reaction to the cycles of life, the cycles of the Jewish calendar might be, been there, done that. But I think really the message is, and again, perhaps the message of the Hakafos, the message of the dancing, the message of the finishing, the semen right away, the beginning, is that cycle of life, that regularity gives a certain sense of comfort as well, a certain sense of, yeah, this is home, this is what it's all about. Every single day, after I go to work, after I go ahead and experience my experiences, school, work, what have you, I always return back to the source. I always come back home in that certain comfort zone that you have, that regularity, that feeling of, yes, we have a certain rhythm, and that rhythm brings a certain very comfortable nature. And I think, again, to me, as I experience Simchat Torah and think about the finishing of the Chumash and once again the starting, so again, I get a certain sense of, yes, Bereshis again, but not a Bereshis again, oh darn, why can't we have a new Chumash, a new story? But no, Bereshis again, a new beginning. We start again, and we get chizuk from that beginning. Just a quick Dvar Torah on Parshas Bereshis. In Perek Beis, we're introduced to the creation of Adam, of course, Perek Aleph, Perek Beis, and then the Torah tells us that notes that Adam Harishon is lonely. Vayomer Hashem Elokim lo tov hayos ha'adam levado e'eselo ezer kenegdo. Let us make for him an ezer kenegdo. And then we're told a very striking interruption in the Psukim, Vayitzer Hashem Elokim min ha'adama kol chayat hasadeh. At this point, we're told that Hashem creates all the animals, es kol of hashamayim, vayavo el ha'adam liros, ma yikra lo. V'chol asher yikra lo ha'adam nefesh chaya hu shemo. And the animals are then created, they're brought to Adam Harishon, and he names them, and those are going to be their names forevermore. And then finally, after he names them, we're told, Ula Adam lo matza ezer kenegdo. Now the question is an obvious one. You just told me in Pasuk Yirches that lo tov hayos Adam levado. It's not good for Adam to be alone. Let us make him an ezer kenegdo. Then we have the creation of the animals. Adam Harishon names the animals. Ula Adam lo matzar ezer kenegdo, and then we have the creation of Chava. And I think clearly what the message the Torah is telling us is a very profound message and a deep message. And the Midrashim play this out in a lot of different ways. Rashi cites a medrash that says that why were the animals created now and brought to Adam Harishon? So Adam should go ahead and perceive and see that each of them were created Zachor Nekeva, that each of them had a mate, and by him experiencing and seeing that the animals had a mate, he would perceive that he was missing something, his own loneliness. Another medrash that I saw recently tells us that Adam Harishon saw that there was a certain physical attraction between the Zachar and the cave of the animals, and that stirred within him a yearning, a physical yearning, a taiva, which had no release, again, creating that sense of, I'm missing something, I'm alone, I'm missing something that's fundamental to my core. Another medrash that I looked up, I couldn't find right now, but that indicated, I seem to remember, that Adam even had bia, had relations with each of the animal species, then understood that this was off, this was not right, and that, again, he was missing something fundamental. The theme of all these ideas, of all these midrashim, is that Ribono Shel Olam, before creating Chava, needed Adam Harishon to perceive and understand his loneliness, his need for a wife, his need for an Ezer Kenegdo, his need for a partner. And until he went ahead and had that experience of understanding the need, she would not be created. And so often, men especially, they take their wives for granted. They don't appreciate how difficult life would be, how lonely, how alone, how unfulfilled life would be without that sense of Ezer Kenegdo. And this is what the Medrash tells us: Lo tov, it is not good. Tani Rabbi Yaakov, Kol she'en lo isha, shori b'lo tova. A man without a woman is living, is sunken in a life of lo tova, below Ezer, below simcha, below bracha, below kapara. Nothing, he's missing everything. But Adam had to perceive that. Adam had to understand that there was an existential loneliness that he had without a chava, without a person, an Ezer Kenegdo to share his life with. And ultimately, that is the family, the husband-wife relationship is the union. That is what Yahadus is all about. That's where the union of husband and wife, of family, and building off of that, partnering with someone in every aspect of life. All too often, spouses take their fellow spouse for granted, don't appreciate what they would be missing if they didn't have that spouse in their lives. That's exactly the message that the first human being, the first man, needs to understand. And it's a message that we need to understand as well. Chava is not created until Adam has a profound feeling of his loneliness and of his need. And only then can Chava go ahead and be created. And of course, as happens all too often in male-female relationships, take a look. When shortly thereafter, when he eats of the forbidden fruit, Adam says, it's all her fault. It's all Chava's fault. It's your fault, God, because you gave me Chava. Again, not taking it for granted, not appreciating what you have and how difficult it would be without it. A tremendous lesson as we go ahead and restart the Sefer Torah. We restart Bereshis. And as many of us in marriages, or those of us younger who are going to be in marriages, Be'ez Hashem, very soon, it's so important to appreciate what you have, to appreciate your spouse, everything she does for you, everything he does for you. And that obviously is a recipe for a very successful marriage and thus a very successful life. Have a wonderful Yontif and a wonderful Shabbos.